Nobody, absolutely nobody in the hell wants to see LL Cool J in a versus battle against Will Smith. Nuh-uh. Will Smith was recently on a press run because he has the movie out where he's portraying the role of Serena and Venus Williams' father. And he was doing a lot of interviews and things of that nature. So he stopped by Sway in the morning. And during the conversation, Sway asked Will, would he consider doing a versus battle? And Will Smith, of course, was like, yeah, absolutely. I actually talked about doing a versus with LL Cool J.
Hey, Will, would you ever do a versus?
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about that. Me and L were talking about doing one.
Really?
I just never had a chance to get to it. I was writing my book.
Listen, Will, that sounds cute and all that, but I'm not here for that, and I don't think you here for that. That would be the worst versus opponent that you could pick for somebody the caliber of LL Cool J. And let me just be clear before I go any further with this. First of all, I don't even know. Will Smith, don't get me wrong. Will Smith got, the pop joints. Will Smith got the joints that was mega large on the charts, whether it be Miami or whether it be Summertime or Parents Just Don't Understand, or if he want to go in his Freddy Krueger, if Will Smith want to go into his, Freddy Krueger bag, Nightmare on My Street, Brand New Funk. Will got 20 joints. I'm not saying he don't. LL needs an opponent that's of legendary status. But let me just be fully transparent as well. I'm gonna just call out LL Cool J because you've been ducking a lot of smoke from a lot of people that Swiss was trying to get you to do a versus with. I'm so tired of talking about this LL versus because he making excuses. You making excuses. Stop ducking. You didn't want to do one with Kane because you said that you and Kane was friends. He basically went on a roundabout way, was calling out Jay-Z to do a versus with Hov, but we all know Hov ain't coming outside to do no verses, and if he do, he definitely ain't doing one with LL Cool J. Check my video out on my YouTube channel right here where I did a whole video specifically talking about a potential versus between LL Cool J and Jay-Z. So Swiss was even like, do you want to do one with Ice Cube? He said no. LL wants to do a versus with somebody that's real cookie cutter. LL don't want to get his hands dirty. And this is one of the things that has literally frustrated me about LL Cool J's career is that for the most part, he never wants to get his hands dirty. He goes the safe route when it comes to making songs and making albums. Don't get me wrong. LL Cool J is in my top 10 MCs of all time. There's not a LL Cool J album that I don't like. Let me take that back, because the last couple LL records that came out within the span of the last 20 years was kind of suspect, bro. You know what I mean? The last dope LL Cool J album that came out was the one that was called The GOAT. I thought that was literally maybe LL's best overall album. Both the way it had a nice little flow and blend of street joints for the dudes that like the street joints, and he had some nice lyricism on there, and then he had some real nice female joints on there too. But that album came out, if I'm not mistaken, in like 1999. But after that, LL Cool J has had his records where he has some joints on there here and there, but nothing really to go crazy about. LL been ducking smoke for a minute. So listen, nobody wants to see a Will Smith LL Cool J versus. Even Will Smith admitted in this interview that LL Cool J would smoke him in the verses. But Will Smith did say that he would have a secret weapon against LL Cool J in this verses. Y'all know what that secret weapon he said was? He said that secret weapon was his DJ Jazzy Jeff. But LL Cool J has DJ Z-Trip, but who cares? We're not looking at verses for the DJs. We're looking at it for the joints, the songs going up against, especially when it comes to the hip hop verses. And to me, that LL Cool J Will Smith is just uneven. Yeah, Will Smith got his his joints and his fun joints and his happy-go-lucky joints, his commercial joints. But I mean, look, put Will Smith against somebody light, somebody like a Hammer. And that's not to discredit somebody the caliber of MC Hammer, because Hammer, listen, I don't care what you say, Hammer got 20 joints, 20 bangers that would be hard pressed to go up against anybody. I'm telling you, Hammer got hits that he came out with from the late 80s, early 90s, that's certified bangers. I don't care what you say. I got love for Hammer over here, bro. It's a real dude right there. But yeah, Will Smith just needs to stay in his lane, and LL Cool J just could stay in his lane. But we literally running out of opponents for somebody like LL Cool J, because all of the people that I thought LL would have been good to do a versus with, whether it was Big Daddy Kane or whether it was KRS-One, pretty much have all did verses. And you know, the only person that I could see that would still be a worthy versus opponent to go up against LL would be somebody like a Busta Rhymes. But LL politely shot that down. Whatever you do, L, you need to just make up your mind, have a nice little verses with Busta or somebody of that nature, caliber, and call it a day. You don't want to do it with Nas. Do you want to do it with Eminem? Y'all, you and Eminem super cool, so I'm pretty sure your excuse is going to be, nah, me and Eminem, that's my man. I'm like the teacher and he the student. Man, get out of here with that. But we don't want to see you versus Will Smith at all. This is AP. I will check y'all later in the next vid. Y'all have a good one. Have a blessed one. Peace. One love.